Angry Duck Graphics has the biggest, baddest merch shop around. Check it out at shopangryduck.com and buy a Remedy shirt while you are there. The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv.
Extreme Performance and Tire Cutting in Rock Valley, Iowa gives their customers the most competitive edge possible. Be supreme. Buy Extreme.
The official fan app for truck and tractor pulling. Sign up, pick winners, win cash. It's that easy. fullpull.us.
GMS Manufacturing and Machine. Helping you build a superior foundation with top quality parts and service. Give Brent a call today.
Coal Train Energy is American-made energy and Midwest based in Syracuse, Missouri. Free shipping is available at coaltrainenergy.com. Check out their new flavors online.
Heavy diesel rebuilds and machine work is High Plains Performance's specialty. Their team of qualified and experienced professionals are at the top of their industry. Contact Doug for a quote today.
The world's #1 racing and performance marketplace. Cars, parts, antiques, trailers, and so much more. RacingJunk.com.
Contact Corsa today and ask about their pullers packages that give you all the information you need to know about your engine.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception.
Organics Midwest. Put life back into your soil by improving your soil health, enhancing your root systems, and delivering increased crop yields. Revolutionize the way you farm today.
Casper Ag Solutions, here to help you make sense of precision ag. Contact Ed today.
Experience the thrill of pulling on Outlaw Pulling TV. Don't miss a second of the summer's intense pulling. Subscribe now for your monthly membership at outlawpulling.tv and enjoy full access to all the action. Join today at outlawpulling.tv.
Save at fullpull.us today. Get your $25 bonus at Full Pull Picks by using promo code BEERMO. Deposit a minimum of $5 and make your picks at fullpull.us today. Full Pull Live brings the non-stop adrenaline-pumping action right to the comfort of your living room. Subscribe today and save 20% on trackside commentary, on-air interviews, and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage. Use code BEERMONEYPULLING and start watching today.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception.
Welcome, Scotty. How are you, man?
Hey, Jason. How are you? I'm good.
You have somebody with you that's prettier than you. We need to this for radio.
Yeah, this is her first time doing anything like this, so bear with her. She's a little nervous.
So be nice.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to Let's Grow Pulling. I'm running solo tonight. I gave Kenzie the night off because we did Canton, Ohio. We did Wausau on Friday, Canton Saturday. Then we went to the Indy yesterday to the U.S. Nationals and got to see kind of behind the scenes with like the Fox and NHRA to get some ideas for outlaw pulling and obviously full pull live. So we're excited about that. But
so you've been busy.
We've been running our butts off. So it's great to have everybody with us tonight. So
yeah,
it's sandwich week, baby.
It is. It comes every year.
We got some. It's gonna be exciting. Got some point races. Got a couple classes that are pretty much runaways, like with Colin Ross.
Yeah.
But the rest of the classes are gonna. It comes down to sandwich, and you need to make both sessions. It's gonna be fun, Scott. So
yeah. The big question is, are you going to be there with the diesel super stock tractor?
So we're waiting on parts from Weimer. So fingers are crossed. So
okay. So there's a possibility. You're telling me there's a chance.
I'm telling you there is a chance. No, we heard it. We heard it at Wisner.
Okay.
The water, the nut on the bottom of the water injection pump blew off and it got really, really warm. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, it's DeKalb County Fair, NTPA Grand National, Sandwich, Illinois, this Thursday night and Saturday. Now, who's the big concert that you have on Friday night this year, Scott?
Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Yep. And I think it sold out pretty quick.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah. I think it sold out online. So it's should be a good concert. The weather looks good for this year too. So so I think it'll be good.
Well, let's get right into that. So both of you guys have any questions about Sandwich? You've been to Sandwich or you're going maybe for the first time this year. And again, for those of you that can't be there, we'll have it on fullpull.live as well. I'll be in the booth on Thursday night, and then on Saturday we have Darren Hartwell and Jeremy Krieger.
Okay.
Doing
Jeremy's coming. He's great. Yep.
For Full Pull Live. I'm assuming you still have the Larry Richwine on the mic down there?
Yep, and Mark Tuttle.
Oh boy.
Yep, the local Mark Tuttle. Yep.
Yeah,
I talked to Larry yesterday.
Permission just to listen to those guys, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I talked to Larry yesterday. He's coming in tomorrow, so he's going to get set up at the campsite, and he should be ready to go.
Good deal. Got somebody checking in from Minnesota. Bowling Green's checking in. Oh, somebody said it's scary that I'm running the show by myself tonight. So yeah, it'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll work.
Okay. So Thursday night is session 1.
Yep.
We have Super Stock Diesel Trucks Grand National. I think Cummins killer. Here, let's pull the points up here. And let's find out here. Matt Carter's checking in from North Carolina. Yeah, we're gonna got Lumberton, North Carolina this weekend. Pulling season isn't over, Scott. There's a lot of stuff left.
There's a lot of stuff left to go. Yeah. Midwest kind of is winding down here, getting close, but there's still a fair amount to go yet.
Have you been able to get to any other pulls this year, or you've been too busy?
Did we go? No. We went to Joliet, to Route 66 for the PPL poll. We went down there and watched.
Okay.
Other than that, just a handful of local polls. My nephew's been pulling in a street stock class again this year. So we've been, there's a local club that runs through Northern Illinois. So he's been following them, and he's ran 7 or 8 times with his stock truck. So we've been doing that, but we just been busy at work. Nothing ever slows down in the ag industry. So we're just busy at work and 2 kids at home. So I haven't made it to near as many polls I wanted to. We were going to try and go to Toma, but we were spraying still in the fields, and we just couldn't make it. So yeah, it is. I'm hoping maybe to make it to Louisville this year, and then possibly making it to the Midwest Winter Nationals. I see they're going to be back down in Cloverdale. Is that correct?
Yes, that Clint made that announcement a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep. So I may try and make that one too. But other than that, no, I haven't been to a lot. Sandwich is going to be probably the first and last big one I make it to for a while. So
I ask you this every year, but how do you get roped into announcing a big time truck and tractor pull, or not announcing, but promoting a big pull like this?
My uncle Gene started working out there when he was younger, when Wiley Updike was the running the pull out there, and he kind of my Uncle Gene took over as a pull superintendent.
Okay.
So we just all started out there at a young age. My dad has been out there for, 40 years. I'm probably coming up on close to 30. So we just, started out as a young age and worked my way up from running a skid loader with the bucket on the end of the track to scraper box to building the track. And this year's going to be a little different. I'm getting off the scraper box, and I'm going to be, after the track's built, then I'm going to go down to the starting line and help my dad down on that end with all the lineups. So that'll be a little bit different scenery for me, but I'm excited for it.
No, it's fun. Chuck Feller says, does your nephew pull with ISP?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Does Matt Hurt announce for them? Is that
yes, he does.
Dude,
yep.
that guy is money.
He is. We were over at Paw Paw yesterday. My nephew pulled over there, and I talked to Matt for a little while, and then he does another pull we have out at the fair the end of July. We have a Education Foundation Midsummer Showdown, a benefit pull for Salmonock School District, and Matt does the Calcutta and everything. My God, that guy's full of energy. Holy cow.
Well, he's clearly an auctioneer in real life. So
yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yep. We have him we invite him to come on every Monday night on the podcast, but he gets up super early on Tuesday mornings to head up to Green Bay and does a bunch of car auctions. So
okay, gotcha.
So here is it's Grand National Point. So Cummins Killer has a 6-point lead heading into Sandwich on Thursday night. So
Yep.
So it really looks like, I would guess if we say who has a fighting chance, legit chance, it'd be Rock Hard, Ram, Pipe Dream, and Cummins Killer 3. So.
Yes. Yep. Those top three look like they could go either way.
Man, we had some crazy point races. You know how Simons won the semi trucks in Bowling Green this year, and then Whitworth knocked off Blackburn Saturday night, and Canton. Man, I'm telling you, we were all on the edge of our seats.
Yeah, I've been following the results after the sessions and everything, and it's been a nail biter in quite a few classes. But that's what makes for good pulling, and the fans love that, so it keeps everybody coming back for more.
So anyway, Thursday night, 6:30, we got Super Stock Grand National 4x4 trucks. We're going to find out if it's going to be, like I said here, either Cummins Killer, Rock Hard, Ram, or the Pipe Dream. Yep. We got some great regional classes. We got modified 4-wheel drive trucks, Pro Stock, which is your 3.6 trucks, and your 2-wheel drive. Do you know, Scott, is this the end of their points as well, or do they have extra?
Yes. Yep. Region 3, it's the last for the 4-wheel drives. It's the only hook for the 3.6 trucks. Okay. And then it's the last points run for the 2-wheel drive Region 3 also. Yep.
And also this is where people are still jockeying for those Interley invites as well.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe I'm out of the points, but I could get invited to the
Exactly. So. Next, absolutely.
So Sandwich is the only 3.6. Yeah, you just said that, Scott. Thanks, Doug. On there. I'm trying to find regional points. I suck at looking through websites. So let's see here.
I think I was going to say for the 4-wheel drives, maybe O'Connor's possibly. I think Suki's are up towards the top in the 4-wheel drives for Region 3.
Yeah, Nasty Boys with a 5-point lead over Totally Gear Suki. And the Big Horn. True Blue. Yeah, actually, so I mean, I'm not sure how many
of them right there.
I'm not sure how many they average in a class there, Scott, but I think, looks like they all have a chance, those top 4.
Yeah, I think last year we had 15, I think. So, okay. I mean, the top 5 right there got it, they all got a chance depending on how everything unfolds in the class.
Yep. And then we got, what other classes do we have, Scott, for region?
2-wheel drive.
So let's go find 2-wheelers. Did I click on the right region?
Nope, that's region.
There it is.
There it is. Yep.
So double shot with a 5-point lead over Showtime, Timmermans, Bottom Ups, Amundsen, and then Wide Open, then the Pack Rats. So it looks like the top 4 probably have a fighting chance.
Yep. Real close. And I think last year we had 12 to 14 2-wheelers. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, are we running 1 track or 2 tracks on Thursday night?
2 tracks.
2 tracks.
2 tracks. Yep. And then I know, as far as the 3.6 goes, Stalls will be there. They won it last year, and
I know a lot of the Badger State guys come down for this.
Yeah, I think Stalls won it last year. I can't remember.
Doug's watching. Maybe he'll know. So.
But Jared Ripp usually comes down. Yeah, a lot of those Badger guys come down, and then
it doesn't. Does ISP have a 3-6 class, or is there another association? I think that.
No, ISP does have a 3-6 class.
Okay.
Joe Wiltsey polls with Cole Faber, who
The rumors, right?
Yep, was running for PPL points, and so yeah. So I think last year we had 12 3-6 trucks. So
nice.
I don't. I see Funks are running with the super stock diesel trucks, so I assume they'll be running at Sandwich in that class.
Yeah, we'll see them Thursday night. Yeah, I'll have the lineups tomorrow, and we'll do our weigh-in Wednesday show.
Okay.
We'll announce all the lineups for Thursday and for Saturday. So.
Yep.
Because all the Grand National committers have to be signed up ahead of time. So.
Correct.
Yep. So we can do our full poll stuff. All right, let's jump into session 2 basically on Saturday.
Yep.
So the same class is pulled day and night, right, Scott?
Yep, we just rotate tracks. So whoever pulled on, they just flip-flop tracks from session to session.
We have a dog fight in mods with Simons and Leichners, I think, if I'm right.
Yes. Yep.
Because Brandon got PPL points.
Yep.
He's 5 behind. Oh, yeah, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah.
If you ever want to see something set on Kill fans,
yes,
come to Sandwich this weekend, because you're going to see some naughtiness.
It was good to see Bill Leichner come back and run for points. He hasn't been to the fair since the last year we ran mini rods. So it's been a while since he's been back. So I think I don't think he's been on the track since we made a lot of changes to it. So some of these guys that haven't been there in a while, or new guys coming in, I mean, we've worked very hard to get the track to where it is. And I mean, I know last year after the show, when I talked to Brandon on Saturday, I mean, they had the box fully loaded for most classes, and they were still running 30 mile an hour. So I think we're on the right track with the track as far as condition wise, as long as weather cooperates. That's always the biggest thing.
And right now the weather looks good. So
it looks good. There's a slight chance of rain Thursday night, but that doesn't look like till after the show would be over. And Saturday looks like a high of 65 and 43 to 45 Saturday night. So, I mean, we're getting into some fall weather now.
And the Yoder Popcorn Pro Stocks.
Yep.
Yeah, Brent Meyer, your defending champion.
Yep.
With a 7-point lead over Mac Daddy.
Yep.
And then that's really a two tractor fight there.
Yep.
We had Chance on full pull, our countdown to pull time, Scott, Saturday night, and they've come out with a whole new program this year, and it's good to see him finish. He's up there.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because he was at the fair, some years back, and then obviously with COVID and everything else, and the border being closed, and
they couldn't even get out.
Yeah, no, they couldn't go anywhere. So no, it'll be good to see him back at the fair. It's always neat to see the same tractors come back, but other guys that haven't been there in a few years, and it's nice to change it up.
And then we have
should be Super Farms
and Super Stock Diesel tractors.
Yes. Yep.
Let's go find that.
Do you have any input, Janine? You're kind of quiet over there.
Yeah, Janine, you haven't said a lot. So
she says she's here for moral support.
Yeah. Okay.
I just figured
she's here to make
she's a pretty one on camera.
A lot better, Scott. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. That's why I brought her on. That's why I married her.
Triple bypass. Yeah. Basically, as long as Colin can hook up Saturday, he's got her locked down.
Yeah.
So he's led this thing from wire to wire. Look at that, 10 first places.
Yeah. But it's good to see Red Line Fever up in the top 5 like that again too. That's Esden looks like he's been having a great year, so that's great to see him up in the top 3 like that with an option to go to the Enderley. So that's good too.
Yep. There's pretty much your top 5 for Enderley as well.
Yep.
Grand National takes 5, right? Region takes 3. Am I saying that right, Scott?
Region takes 1 out of each region. Grand National takes 5. I believe the region 2 will take 1. Region 3 will take 1. I believe that's how that goes. Maybe Doug can chime in and correct us, but I think the region takes 1 out of every region, and then they end up with 5.
Yep. I'm waiting. He's texting me right now. reminding me to say something, so it's all good.
Okay.
And then let's see here. I want to check. And then Super Farms.
Super Farms, yep.
It's exciting for I mean, it's tough. It's tough this time of year, because a lot of people, it's getting towards the end, starting to run to football and stuff like that. But I know you guys have a big fair, and your crowds are you're always packed. I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah. We always pull in a good crowd, and it obviously it helps, with your guys' advertisement and getting the word out there and all the social media avenues that you guys put us on. So we're always grateful for everything you guys do too to help promote our poll and get us out there in front of people that may not even know about our fair.
Hell yeah. So there you go. My last excuse, that's Dave Whalen. He's got 2-point lead over the longest name in polling, Green Galvanized Stairs, checking out of Ryan Anderson.
Yeah. So there's quite a battle there with the top 5.
I would say, you're gonna have 15 or so. How many super farms are signed up for points? Let's see here. There's 15 super farms, signed up for points. So you could see it flip.
Yeah.
You saw that. We saw a lot with the 2-wheelers and the minis this year. There's so many in the class.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. You could see it go upside down pretty quick.
Exactly. Yeah. You could step on yourself pretty quick and go the other direction.
Yep. I got a few minutes left here, Scott, and then we're gonna jam it on tonight. What else? Yep. Sponsors. What else did you want to touch on tonight, bud?
We always have a bunch of local sponsors that are, in front of where the grandstands used to be, all the banners, and it's a great show. It takes a whole community. It takes an army to do it all, and we have a great group of guys, and seems like we have the same people coming back every year to help us, and all the antique tractors, the pull-off tractors. Those guys are great to work with, and I think the crowd likes to see some of the old iron pulling the new pullers, back to the pits, and open pits as always. They can walk around, look at the vehicles ahead of time. Like I said, we got a great fair, lots of livestock, lots of ag equipment. It takes the whole community to put the fair on and all the shows, but everybody steps up, and it turns out to be a really good fair. Like I said before in the past, I might be biased, but other people have said the same thing. It's the best fair in Illinois. So, and this is the 136th year. So it's definitely a long running fair for sure.
Janine, what do you love about the truck and tractor pull?
We were
Scott out of the house for a couple days, or what else?
Yeah, we were tucking the girls into bed tonight, and Lexi was asking how many days the fair is, and I said it was 5 days. She said, "What do you mean it's only 5 days? I thought it was the whole month of September." So the kids love going, lots of great food, and it keeps Scott out of her hair for a little while.
Are spectators allowed in the pits?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, before the show starts, and then once the show starts, then the hot pits are obviously closed. But up until showtime, yes, they're free to walk around in there, maneuver around. There's some food vendors out there, some merchandise to be bought. So, absolutely.
I love it. Well, Scott, I'll see you. I'm going to bring down the production trailer Wednesday.
Okay.
And Doug will be down with the NTPA scoreboard as well. I'm going to rent a car and boogie back home because I have a father-son dinner Wednesday night, but I'll be back down Thursday night, and we'll have a good time. So
well, you got my number, Jason. So just when you guys get close, get a hold of me, and we'll get you put into position. The only thing we got going Wednesday morning is horse racing, and that's usually done by 12:30, 1 o'clock. So after that, then we can start getting you guys into position and start getting ready for Thursday.
Awesome. We're excited to be in Sandwich this week, Scott.
We're excited to have you guys. It's awesome. I think it's going to be a great show.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Scott. See you soon.
Thanks, Jason. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys. So Scott Frieders, everybody, and his wife, Janine, talking about Sandwich, Illinois, the final Grand National of the year. And then we head into the Inderly the following week with all that. So we've got Carrie Lowry coming on next from Nashville, Illinois, which I say is the home of the Pullers Championships. But it's also the Track and Holes Hours as well. But they got a big event coming this weekend as well. Pulling season isn't done, fans. I know we're getting into football games and the kids are going back to school, but for those of you who can still sneak out, there's some good events coming up. Holes Hour, as always, throw some extra money to make it a little more fun. And these are some of the biggest payouts. Where else can you get $4,000 to win your class? The only stipulation is he wants 15 in your class. So for your light limited super stocks, the pro stocks, the 5.0s, the 85 limited pros, the 4.1 limited pros, this is your chance maybe get on the horn, get your guys together and say, let's go out and let's do a little something like that. So I'm going to play a couple of our sponsored ads, and then I'm going to bring the Carrie on and we'll talk to her. So we'll be right back with Carrie Lowry from the Track and Hose Hours.
Shop for quality Kawasaki parts, accessories, and gear at KawasakiPartsWarehouse.com.
The Pullers Championship is presented by a team of people with a commitment to the sport of pulling and a need to give back to the sport they love. The Pullers Championship was not created to be exceptional. It was created to be the exception.
Welcome, Carrie. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Great to see you.
Thanks for having me on tonight.
Thank you again for being so awesome and helping make the Pullers Championship rock. Not everybody, Brent and I and Paul are. Well, I'm the talker of the group. We're out there on social media, but this woman right here, everybody, she makes the Pullers Championship happen. So why is it organized? Why does shit get done on time? Because of Carrie Lowry. So, and she loves truck and tractor pulling more than anybody, right, Carrie?
Sure. I love it. No, it takes a team. Honestly, we may all make a really good team. Everybody has their part that we all do. And I feel like we're becoming a very well-oiled machine. And you guys have guided me and taught me a lot about tractor pulling. Little does most people know, but Brad will confirm it, that about 5 years ago when I first came work for Brad, I used to call it tractor racing.
Yep.
So I've come a long way. So
Yep.
yeah, it's pretty fascinating. I'm still learning, but you guys are there to help me. So I appreciate that.
So in typical Brad Holzhauer passion, he's saying, come to Nashville, Illinois, $4,000 to win each night for each class. Again, the only stipulation is there has to be 15 in each class. So this is light limited super stock tractors. This is your guys' chance. Again, it's going to be PPL rules, so make sure that you match those. You can day hook if you're not a points member with PPL, just like any association. So don't be afraid of that. And there's a good track in Nashville, Illinois. You've seen the Pullers Championship. Brad has had other pulls down there as well. But this is a chance to pull, and it's $4,000 each night for the winner, not just both nights. It's $4,000 for both nights. So light limited super stocks, 85 limited pros, 4.1 limited pros, the big pro stocks, and the 5.0 pro stocks as well. And did I hit all the classes, Carrie? Let me look at my.
I believe so. Yep. Well, and that's one thing about Brad is Brad has vision. Brad understands like to have that vision of how to get people to come, how to make a poll bigger, how to keep pulling alive, and in the forefront of people's minds. So we're very thankful that he's always wanting to invest more money, whether it be, for the actual poll itself and then some with, new bleachers and, working on new sound system. He only lets a very, very small amount of people touch that track. That's their baby. And it shows. So.
And then also, so in addition to that, so it's $4,000 to win each night. Again, mini rods. You're going to see Jeff Hurt there. I know a lot of the NTPA guys are coming over because they don't have a hook this weekend for the mini rods. So it should be big there. But big pros, 5.0 pros, 4.1 limited pros, the 85 limited pros, the mini rods, and the light limited super stocks. $4,000 to win each night, as long as you got 15 in your class. And then in addition to that, the weekend winner, like we do at the Pullers Championship or Bowling Green, the weekend winner gets an additional $3,000 for the 5.0 pro stock class. So we're hoping couches come up from Tennessee. Some of the guys, I know there's some points hooks and some other associations, but for those of you that don't have a points hook, or you're just so far back in the points because you missed a couple, you're like, what the hell? I'm just going to head to Nashville and try to chase some big money. You know it's a good facility, and Holzhauer and Carrie will be there too, right, Carrie?
I'll be there, of course. Yep. And you'll get to go home if you win with a giant Billy Madison check and a personalized trophy. So,
yep.
Yeah. So every pull we have, we make completely different trophies. So that way, there's only one. So.
Yep. Richard Gomez is tuning in from California. Donnie Reeves is tuning in from Rock Springs, Wyoming. Donnie's the sponsor of the Pullers Championship. Great to have him involved with that. There will be betting on fullpullpicks.com. There is a live stream at propulling.tv. So if you're a big fan, I'll put that up on the bottom of the screen now. If you can't be there, head over to propulling.tv and you can get all that you need from there as well. Who are some of the sponsors that help put all this together for you, Carrie?
Well, mainly we want to thank, it's presented by Lutz Agency. They've been there through thick and thin with us for many, many years. They're our main sponsor. And then Withers Broadcasting came on board in May with us, and they're back again. So helping out with some radio ads and lots of different types of marketing advertising. We've got Lemke Motorsports, SCS Gearbox, Champion Seed, Hartz Diesel, Kawasaki Parts Warehouse. And then we also have Sandcrest Trailer Sales, and I believe Coltrane Energy Drink's going to come too.
Yeah, they are.
And they're sponsors. So, yeah. But also too, it is I like to call it the All Access Pass. It's $20, gets you general admission or in the pits wherever you want to roam around, both, all, whatever. So we changed that up about a year ago. All of our pulls now are just $20, get you in everywhere. It's a whole lot easier for everybody. That way, nobody goes without, get to walk around and talk to all the pullers and see all the magic.
Yep. And for those of you that follow the Pro Stock class, you're going to see Masterson's there at the River Rat, the Tinker Toy. If not, arguably, that's like having the Simons come in. I know there are some Pro Stocks coming in from other associations. I've got some phone calls and text messages from other pullers asking about what time it starts, what time they can roll in, stuff like that. It is 7:00 both night. Again, Pro Pulling League this Friday and Saturday in Nashville, Illinois, and then propulling.tv as well. Don't forget about that. We will have games up at fullpullpicks.com. I got to get you some logos yet, Gary, because that's what I do. And you're like, you bastard, Jason. Brent Torfighty says, and a pork steak dinner Saturday afternoon for the pullers.
Yeah, Brent always has to ruin the surprise, but yeah. Thanks, Brent.
Oh, he wasn't supposed to ruin the surprise?
No, I was actually going to talk about it, but I'm glad he brought it up first. That's good. Yeah, he's always thinking too. Brent is not just a puller. He is, honestly, he's always hands-on, boots on the ground, helping get this pull to go off without a hitch. He goes all over the place. So it's nice to have him be able to see those things and let us know recommendations of what he's seen and how to make it work a little more efficiently. So.
And I'm excited again, if you're a puller, if you're a light limited super stock puller, where else are you ever going to get a chance to pull for $4,000 to win? You're not anywhere. I mean, that's bigger than anywhere. You don't win $4,000 if you win a session at Bowling Green, guys. This is a chance to come and pull for some big money at a really, really nice place. I clicked on the wrong thing there. Sorry about that. Great facility. Obviously, I'm very, very partial to Nashville, Illinois because of the Pullers Championship, but it's a great event, and we're excited to be helping promote it as well. Again, light limited super stocks, 85 limited pros, 4.1 limited pros. And so for a lot of these pullers, Kerry, they're coming for points, but with Brad throwing this extra money in there, I think you're going to get some new faces maybe that have never been to Nashville before. And I think it's exciting. So
I think so too. It's nice to see every pull, it gets bigger and bigger. The sport is growing. You can tell that the interest is still there from, older to younger. I see a lot of young kids running around, always wanting to see what's new and what's going on. And that's always refreshing. So yeah, it's always neat. I try to ask everybody that comes up to either the beer tent or the merch tent or the ticket booth, whichever one I might be in randomly, of where they're from. And it's always, multiple states of people that come in. So, and we're always asking for feedback on how we can improve the facility. And that's how we're going to grow, is just to make sure that we listen to everybody, good, bad, otherwise. So.
Have you checked the weather yet? Or are you trying to disrupt? Is it looking
good?
Yeah,
it looks good. It looks like it's going to be between 72 and 75, I believe, this weekend. Yeah. So, we'll have hoodies out there and all that fun stuff. If you live too far away, don't forget you can purchase the live stream as always. Yeah, I think it's going to be perfect pulling weather. It's going to be good.
I'll put that back up there. I had that up there. ProPulling.tv is where you can get the live stream as well. So good stuff. Good stuff. Again, Pro Stock Tractors. So that's Champions Tour points, everybody. Your mini rods, that's going to be Champions Tours points. Your 95 limited Pro Stock, that's your 4-1. That's going to be Silver Series points. 5-0 Pro Stocks. That's going to be Silver Series as well, I believe. Or Midwest Region Shore Fight. He can help me out on that. And then the 85 Limited Pro Stocks as well. So you're going to have some pullers there, Carrie, that have the advantage because they have been to the Pullers Championship, or they've came down to the showdown last fall as well. But you're also going to see some new faces in there. Well, and I think it's good, with us having the Pullers Championship, kind of the first big marquee pull of the outdoor season, and then having the Southern Illinois Showdown, kind of a bookend, if you will, for part of the season for a lot of pullers like this.
Yeah, I think so too. It'd be a good night too. Bring out the kids. It's not going to be too hot. It's kind of relief from the summer. It's winding down and into the season for pulling. But yeah, and then one thing too I wanted to touch on is we try to make sure that all of our food vendors that come, they're raising money for a good cause. So you're not going to see some out-of-state, food truck that, large corporation owns it. We always try to make sure that it's somebody raising money locally to put money back into the community. So not only is the poll, all polls create economic impact, but we're trying to create even more so and help people out. So we've got like the New Minden Community Club is going to be selling food on the general mission side, and then the Nashville Community Club is selling food on the pit side. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think you should have that kid that does those funny TikToks for Holzhauer for the car dealership.
Oh, Mason, yeah.
Make one for the poll. So.
We should, yeah. I think he would be overwhelmed with all that horsepower.
I don't know. The way he handled that Dodge Ram one about getting divorced and buying that pickup truck, I still freaking laugh at that one. So
yeah, we'll have to get him out there. So he's kind of our newest local celebrity. So.
He is. He definitely is. He's funny.
Lots of ladies on TikTok want his phone number. So I'm a little nervous for him.
Does he need the? We should have some fun with that, Carrie. We should have some fun.
He drives a Tesla too, by the way.
Does he really?
Yeah. Oh. So I think you would get along with him very well. So.
I told my wife today I want to start a Facebook page. Tesla owners that are going to vote for Trump, and because I think everybody looks at me all the time because I drive a Tesla like I'm a liberal Democrat, and I always laugh about that. So I got my Pullers Championship T-shirt on tonight. Just want everybody to see that.
Nice. One thing too, I wanted to let you know and let the audience know too is we actually are putting up everybody that's sponsored for the Pullers Championship. We're putting and they had banners on the track. We are putting them back out on the track so that way they get a little bit of extra sponsorship. So, and if you would like to put a banner on the track, it's not too late. We just need to know by Wednesday. So,
cool.
Yeah. So,
and one thing too. I mean, because as a puller, Carrie, it's that time of the year where everybody's tired. It's just there isn't one person that isn't burnt out on pulling right now because we've just been running our butts off. And I think that's why Brad came up with this extra cha-ching to maybe lure you out of your boredom or you're burnt out one more weekend and head to Nashville, Illinois. Because we're getting tired.
Yeah.
Everybody's starting to think about harvesting crops.
Yeah.
I was out in Ohio this past weekend, Carrie, starting to see the corn turn out there for sure in a couple spots. Then we went down to Indianapolis for the drag races yesterday. That was cool, Carrie. We got to see behind the scenes with Fox. Ned from the NTPA took us down there and showed us behind the scenes, and we got to go in the production trailer during the live broadcast. That was cool as can be.
Nice.
Cool as can be.
Very
and I know
cool.
your son's like a big camera stud now too. I saw he did. What music video did he do?
Chris Stapleton. He just did. Yeah, back in July, he got to be the PA, like the camera PA for that. And his uncle was the director of photography, so got him into that. And the new song, I Think I'm in Love with You, just came out. So he's pretty excited. He's on cloud 9 for that. It's a different world, but also too, it's a very small world. Production is production. So I came from the state fair world as far as in with events. I put on all the concerts for the grandstands, and transitioning over to tractor pulling, it was a seamless thing. It works. I have to say though too, tractor puller spectators and pullers themselves are a whole lot less messier than concert goers. So it's a 180, honestly. Like, you guys are so respectful of the grounds and the venue and the facility, and you understand what it takes to put that on. And that's nice to see. So
that's fun.
The quintessential Americans there, So.
Oh, Carrie, way to go. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to recap this one more time, Carrie, before I let you go. This Friday and Saturday, pulling fans, Friday, September 6th, Saturday, September 7th, 7 p.m., Nashville, Illinois, the home of the Pullers Championships, is hosting. I just have to share that, Carrie. Hosting the Southern Illinois Showdown in Nashville this weekend. Again, 6 classes, 2 tracks, Pro Stocks, Mini Rods, 95 Limited Pros, 5-0 Pro Stock, Sandcrest Trailers, 85 Limited Pros as well. So I know what Brad's doing is he's throwing some extra cha-ching at it. So if you're a puller and you want to go chase some big money, $4,000 to win each night Okay, $4,000 if there's 15 or more in your class. And it doesn't have to, we don't have to have 15.50 is what Brad told me. They're going to do a $3,000 weekend winner. I'm going to take my graphic down there. Give me 1 second. Tractor pulling is so much more fun than concerts. Sure.
It is.
But $3,000 for the weekend winner of the 5.0 Pro Stock class. So that's pretty neat, Carrie. Pretty neat that Brad's doing that. So exciting. And a pork steak dinner Saturday afternoon for the pullers. I mean,
and we'll have potato salad and baked beans. So.
If you're looking for the nail in the coffin on why you need to head down there to Nashville this weekend, that's why you need to do that. So hopefully we get the couches up out of Tennessee. I know they're excited. It's a tough time of the year, Carrie, because like I said, we're winding down. Everybody's tired, and you got to get going. But I think with this extra money that Brad's putting out, I really hope the light limited super stocks show up, Carrie, because this is a chance for them to pull for big money. And PPL kind of has the national rules, so a lot of the tractors come out of Kentucky and can come up and do that as well. So I'm pretty excited for that. So.
And Brad and Megan ordered some good weather for us, so we'll do that. If anybody does stop in, go to the merch tent, whether you buy something or not. I have some things for kids for free. So just stop by, see me. If I'm not there, if I'm running around, just say that Carrie sent me over, and I'll make sure that your kids are taken care of. We got some fun stuff for them for free. So.
I love it. Carrie, thank you very much. Have fun this weekend.
Yeah, thanks. I wish you could be there, but I get it. I know you're busy. You're always pulled both directions.
I'm heading to North Carolina. I'm going to be in Sandwich on Thursday, and I'm going to North Carolina on Friday, Saturday to hang out with my buddy Cody Singletary. So
nice. Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. So
thanks, Carrie. Have a great night.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Carrie Lowry, everybody from Nashville, Illinois. They're the track and hose hours. Again, polling season's not over, and Let's Grow Polling's not over either. I'm going to talk to Cody Singletary next about Lumberton, North Carolina this Friday and Saturday. And then about 20 minutes after that, I'm going to bring on Tanner Michael and Ken Summers at the same time. The Outlaws have a nice swing Friday night into Unionville, Missouri. And Unionville is very, very special to me. I have left Richland Center, Wisconsin for the last 15 years and drove past my hometown poll on Friday night at the fairgrounds to go to Unionville, Missouri when I had my hot farm and my 401. So every year at fair season, because everybody would be like, there goes Schultz. Why is Beer Money Pulling Team leaving town, baby? Because we were going to Unionville, Missouri. We've had a lot of fun down there over the years. And then Buckner, Missouri as well on Saturday night with Ken Summers. And of course, everybody knows the Sydney Summers from TikTok. She'll be driving colorblind as well. So I'm going to play a couple quick spots. I'm going to bring Cody Singletary on from North Carolina, and we're going to keep the train moving. Thanks for tuning in tonight on a Monday night. Hope everybody had a good Labor Day weekend. Again, I got to go to Wasion, Ohio Friday night and Saturday night Canton with full pull. And then I got to sneak down. Ned Wallitzer, the new president of WPI, took us down to Indy. We got to check out the Fox, like NASCAR behind the scenes, the production trailer and stuff like that. So that was super, super, super neat to see all that and meet a lot of new people and see some pretty much awesome production, stuff I've never seen before. So I'll be right back with Cody Singletary. Just give me 1 minute. And again, after about 20 minutes from now, I'll bring on Tanner and Ken from Unionville and Buckner. So we'll be right back.
Full Pull Live brings the non-stop adrenaline-pumping action right to the comfort of your living room. Subscribe today and save 20% on trackside commentary, on-air interviews, and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage. Use code Beer Money Pulling and start watching today.
Lincoln Diesel Specialties offers high-quality diesel performance products and services for various models of trucks. Check them out online.
Schultz Mortgage Team and USA Mortgage want you to know that you do not need 20% down to buy a house. Give Jason a call 7 days a week to learn how.
Cody Singletary, welcome to Let's Grow Pulling. How are you, buddy?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Good. Did you make it home okay from Wasion then Friday night?
We did. We actually stopped by Canfield, Ohio to show Richard Love and his crew a little bit of love, and stopped by there and pulled and showed them a little support, and trying to campaign and get a few minis to add to our draw in Lumberton. So seemed like it maybe worked. I hope that the weather will hold out for us. It's kind of looking pretty decent, kind of back and forth, but we're looking for all the support we can get.
I've never been to Canfield, Cody, but I've heard it's freaking stupid big.
Well, Canfield is a very nice facility and a hell of a show for the fans to see. Richard put together a good deal there, and he's got a big fan base. It's one of the largest fairs in Ohio, from my understanding. So it's pretty impressive. We've been there 2 years in a row, and we definitely put it on our calendar to go back.
No, good deal. And that's one thing. Like, if you're going to invite pullers to your venue, I think it's always good to go out and show love the other way around. So that's pretty neat.
Well, they always say to get a little, you got to give a little. So that's the way it works.
Exactly. If you're just joining in, Let's Grow Pulling. Cody Singletary, owner and driver of Carolina Night Train 1 and 2 NTPA Grand National Mini Rods. That's his mini up there on the poster. He is promoting his hometown pull. Do you kind of consider this your hometown pull, or is this the one closest to you, Cody? How do you relate to this event?
Yes, this one's the closest to us. This one in Benson's pretty close too, and then Raleigh State Fair is pretty close. But Lumberton's what we consider home. I actually live in Tar Heel, but Tar Heel's right, I guess you would say, south of Lumberton, and we try to push this one hard to show our hometown, what we do and what we love to do and what we invest a lot of our time into.
That makes sense. Again, this Friday and Saturday, gates open at 5, showtimes at 7. Region 4 NTPA Super Farms, Light Pros, Mini Modifieds, 2-wheel drive trucks, Super Stock tractors, Pro Farm tractors, and light 4-wheel drive trucks. I got to go to this event last year. I'll be down there again this weekend. It's a very, very good event. Not a ton of pulling in North Carolina, or maybe that 5 or 6 events a year. Does that sound right, Cody? Or am I missing the boat on that?
Altogether, there's close to 10 events that take place. Okay. Two this year hosted at Galat. You have one at Pine Tops. You have two shows in Wilson. Minis only go one time, and the heavy sled goes twice there. And then you got the NC State Fair. You have several hosted by the state PPL stuff, and then you have Lumberton, obviously, and I think that's pretty. There's altogether, I think there's 10 events in North Carolina, 10 opportunities.
I like it. How did you get involved in truck and tractor pulling, Cody? I've never asked you that.
So we started out with garden tractors as a kid. Me and my dad done it, and anyhow, kind of grew on, and him and I pulled him up until he passed away in 2018, and then we led into the mini rods, naturally aspirated, and then in 2020, we reached out to Boyd Performance, and they built us a motor for a chassis that I had bought from Bill Ewing in Ohio. It was called the Brutus. It was the original Brutus they had. And Bryce Cullen actually brought the new Brutus that they had after that. And those guys ended up selling out completely when they sold to Bryce. But Bill Ewing helped us get started there with that chassis. And later we sold it and built a Bobcat chassis. And then ended up, one headache weren't good enough, so we had to have 2. And then we ended up dealing with Brian Knox at Boyd's to give us our support for our engines. And that's kind of the way we have led into things. And it's been pretty successful. Those guys have been very good to us. So, garden tractor pulling is where it all started.
That's cool. That is cool. And you've really improved this season, Cody. Obviously, I've seen you a lot this summer because of Full Pull Live and Full Pull Picks with all the NTPA Grand Nationals. But you're sitting number 8 Carolina Night Train 2 And this is your first year chasing the big points, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. We did the full pool production deal, and we won it last year. Went 1-2 with that, and then we we have done the region thing and went to Enderley one time. I haven't won Enderley. We missed it by a little shot. Ended up second in 2022, and I would love to go back and do that again. But the Grand National thing was definitely a big experience. We don't have a huge team of folks that help us here as far as extra people to go and support us with. We have Parrish's family, and then Brandon and his wife, Brittany, and their kids go with us quite a bit. And some of my employees, I take them with us from time to time, and that kind of helps out. But we've managed to make it through, and we have a lot of fun doing it. And the tractor pulling and stuff's great, but the family you meet and the people around it is just phenomenal.
I love it. I love it. Again, talking with Cody Singletary, everybody, owner and driver of Carolina Night Train 1 and 2 Grand National Minis. That's one of his tractors up there on the poster. And we're going to be in Lumberton, North Carolina this Friday night and Saturday night. Gates open at 5. And fans, when you come into the gates, you can walk through the pits too. It's a great, they have one big grandstand. And last year it rained, I think on Friday night or Saturday night, and we freaking pulled like at 2 a.m. They tried their asses off and they still got it in. Cody, that was crazy. You guys, there is no give up on you guys at all.
They're very determined down here, including myself. It's a challenge for us to get the support that we have down here, and it's always, I don't care where you go to pull. When we go to Wisconsin, say Tallman, places like that, a lot of their hometown crowd, they make me feel welcome there because we're new, and the fans need to see new iron all the time. Wherever you go, I feel like they need to be able to see new stuff. And, it's a blessing to have Lindsey and Kevin Campbell, too. Those guys have been phenomenal. We've kind of worked together about all summer back and forth, helping each other kind of get down the track and tow back and forth and scale and set up. And, whatever could happen there it's been phenomenal working with them, as well as like Jeff Hurt. Last year we had Jeff Hurt down here and Chase, and the fans, they need to see this. They need to see new iron. They need to see some new faces at these events, and when they start seeing that really gets their attention. Well, wow, these guys really do work together pretty good, and that's what it's all about in the end.
No, it's funny, like people that you pull around all the time. And then all of a sudden you go to a different state or you go to a different pull and nobody's ever seen your truck or your tractor or your mini before. And it's like, holy cow, that new iron thing is great. And that's where, like, we get towards the end of the year like this. I know you guys go into October with State Fair and other events as well, Cody, but like in the Midwest, it's really starting to wind down. Like this is like the last big weekend in the Midwest, coming up. And because there's like 4 or 5 big events this weekend in the Midwest. So, but you're right. Having Hurt show up, having Chase and Lindsey and Kevin last year, that was big for your event. That was big for your event. So
yeah, that's huge when people see the new iron and the participation. Eventually we'll get some new tractors around here, but now there's we have really in the state of North Carolina, we have Holt that's here. We have Tim Cutshaw and Mike, they come and play with us some, and then you have Alan Hudson. He's got a brand new mini rod, which was it's new to him, but it's pretty well a new tractor. That was the Test Point tractor. He's here, and then my two, and that's there is some stuff that's still here in North Carolina, but you just don't see it much, unfortunately. And I would really love to see those tractors back out running, but we've struggled here with the mini class, and it's my goal to get this thing back going if all possible. I want to see some tractors here at home because, truthfully, a lot of people know this, but Parrish and I have a baby that's due in December, and I really don't know how this traveling thing is going to work next year to buy another Grand National license to hit it again, which is our goal, to give it a year or two and kind of let things settle in a little bit. And go back to it because I did have a lot of fun this summer. I'd love to do it again, but when you pull from uh, say January in Ocala and you pull all the way through the state fair, that's a full year pulling. That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
So we had a lot of fun, but I'm gonna say that the pulling's going to slow down for us a little bit. But our hometown and our state and still traveling some, of course, to Bowling Green, and there's 4 or 5 others on the list I'd like to go hit, and then possibly do some PPL stuff as well because I still enjoy the PPL stuff. I like to go support Jeff and that whole crowd over there as much as we can. Christy and those guys have a great show going over that way.
Good deal. No, that's exciting. Again, I'm looking forward to it. Your fans were super. They were loud. They cheered last year. That was a lot of fun. Who's the announcer I'm going to be working with this weekend, Cody?
So he's a new guy that just come on board with NTPA. He's got some drag racing experience. You'll get a chance to meet him Saturday or Friday or Thursday when you come in. He's the man has got a ton of want to and is a fast learner, and we're very pleased to have him on board. I don't have his name right on the tip of my tongue. I've met him 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
But he's awesome to work with, and I know Bird will still be there, and you'll be there, and there'll be plenty of guidance for him. But he's done phenomenal. We had a show a couple weekends in Winston-Salem, and we come home there. We went to I think Wellington was Friday night, and Saturday night was Friday and Saturday night in Winston-Salem. He was there and done a great job. We didn't make Friday night, but we stopped by on Saturday night to show UPSC some support on our way back through. And he was there and does a phenomenal job.
That's awesome. That makes a lot of fun. That makes it a lot of fun. Again, this Friday and Saturday, Lumberton, North Carolina. If I would say what big towns that like I'm used to hearing, like a Charlotte, like give me some geography. I said geography. I'm really tired. So
Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we're about 40 minutes from Galat Motorsports Park. So those guys will come down and support us too. We'll have John Strickland and Holt and those guys there as well. Kind of work together with those guys a little bit as far as, those guys helping us supply if we need I think he's going to bring a little grading deal there this weekend for us. And I like to support those guys as well. I want to see both tracks be successful.
Yep. Again, Region 4 Super Farms, Light Pros, Minis, and 2-wheel drive trucks, and then Super Stock Tractors, Pro Farm, Light 4-wheel. And this is if this is like last year, Cody, this is the final chance for people to qualify for the Inderley too for Region 4. I think that's why they were so hell bent on Saturday night getting that thing in last year. So
yeah, that is correct. It's your last chance to get in, and Inderley's the following weekend, so it's kind of a close deal. Those guys have a lot of work to do qualify. Usually, qualify this weekend. They have to be in Urbana next Saturday. So it's always fun to see that challenge and to see the guys' excitement. Once that prevails. So
awesome.
We got to give a big shout out to Prospect Volunteer Fire Department, because without those guys, it wouldn't be possible. Those guys has been awesome as far as hosting this event. Getting the parking done. They play a big part in it. We pretty much build the track and help with that. And Marvin and Kim McDonald was a big player in the track and promoting this thing and making it go. But without everybody, it wouldn't be possible.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, well, good. I'll see you in a couple days. I know you took some time away from some family to hang out with us tonight, so I appreciate you doing that, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you. See you.
Thanks, Cody. Cody Singletary, everybody. Checking in from North Carolina. We're going to be down there at Lumberton this Friday night and Saturday night next. So I got Tanner Michael, Unionville, Missouri, Putnam County Fair. Ken Summers is going to be joining us. Well, this is the kind of wrapping up the Outlaw season as well. Friday night, the Outlaws are in Unionville. 2 tracks. And if you've seen this facility grow over the year, it's freaking amazing what they've done down there with the lights and the stands and the tracks, and they switch tracks and they pull a different way now. And they've just really worked hard to get it all done there. So I am going to get ready here. Kenzie has a night off. Mike has a night off as well. So I'm running solo tonight. So I'm not as smooth as we normally are because Kenzie's always pushing all the buttons behind the scenes for me. So I will be right back with Tanner Michael and Ken Summers.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv. The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is the largest of 3 sanctioned national pulling associations with 16 classes and more than 350 competing vehicles streamed on outlawpulling.tv.
All right, we're on the downhill run now. Let's Go Pulling Labor Day weekend 2024. Tanner Michael, how are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you, Jason?
Great to see you. Ken Summers is supposed to be joining us, but I've been to Ken's house. His internet sucks. And he's usually rolling in his truck checking crops. So, but Ken's going to join us. So I thought it'd be fun to bring you guys on at the same time because we're sharing a lot of the classes between both nights. And it's nice like this for pullers, Tanner, as you know. If you don't have a 2-day hook, that the next event you're going to the next night isn't too far away, and they're welcoming you with open arms. And that's what this makes this Unionville Buckner sweep kind of fun. I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah. And so Unionville kind of used to be a standalone deal, being late in the season, and Kent with getting into pulling the last 4 or 5 years, they've got a heck of a show down there at Buckner, and brought on the Outlaws, and Unionville brought on Outlaws there 2 or 3 years ago, and so it makes a lot of sense in routing and all that. So we really appreciate it.
I love your pull. I mean, I've been coming to it forever. I got my hot farm back in 13 would have been the first year when it came down. I came down and I jumped in like the 85 Limited Pro just to go pulling with you guys. It was so much fun. And then to watch what you guys have done over the years, you flip tracks, you've added bleachers. You guys take it seriously. You take it super, super serious down there. It's been cool.
Yeah, so like the last 10 years, it's really changed. You made pretty well all the points that I'd even make. Changing track directions happened by accident almost. We had a really rainy year one year, and we decided to have the pull, but sometimes the tracks can be a little bit sticky or soft, and changing track directions worked out that year, so we just kept with that program, and it's really been a cool thing. So
Summers is here, Summers is here, Tanner, but I muted him. I hear his dog Journey barking in the background. So, there he is. Yeah. Summers, what's up, buddy?
Well, just got home and realized the summer style is about late to the show.
No, and I told Tanner, I said, this is what Ken does to me every time, so it's all good. It's all good.
Hi, Tanner.
Hey, Ken, how are you, man?
Good. How you getting along?
Oh, good. You got ready for the pull?
What the? Summers, are you at the titty bar? What's going on?
No, I don't know what that was. Yeah.
That might be me. I'm in a buddy's camper, and we're at the fairgrounds. They're getting kind of loud out there. So
that's okay. Now, Tanner, aren't you like you're on the fair board, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There's me and 14 others, and that's what we've been pretty well all weekends, getting ready for our fair starts tomorrow. So
okay. No, good deal. No, Ken, I just thought it'd be fun to put you and Tanner on together. You guys know each other.
Oh yeah.
And just the way these events kind of roll in. I was explaining to him while you were back in makeup, getting your makeup put on. It's nice for the pullers to go to Unionville on Friday night, and then head out to Buckner then on Saturday. It makes it a lot of fun for everybody. So.
Yeah, for sure. I wish I could go to Unionville, but I don't think I can swing it. We're going to try, but I doubt if I can swing it.
It's tough. It's tough. Definitely,
we get it.
Tough.
We get it, and usually, it's tough to get down to Buckner the night after because our fair is actually going on that Saturday as well. But I know a couple of times we've let Ernie Connor or somebody, take it down there and at least join in the fun. So
yeah,
I have never made it, Ken. One of these days I'm going to, though.
Yeah, same way for Unionville. I keep thinking it'll be the year, but
yeah,
we had an early corn harvest start down here, so the week of the pull this week, harvest and a tractor pull, it's going to be a new challenge.
Yeah,
that sure does make it fun. Is the weather looking good for you, Tanner? Is the weather looking good for this week for the fair for you?
It's about perfect. You couldn't ask for any better weather, I think. Knock on wood. But forecast is really good for the next 5-6 days.
Calvin Heidenwith says, hello, Tanner from Putnam County.
So. Yeah, he's literally right outside the door, so I'm sure he's playing a joke on me.
Would you like me to embarrass him? I sure can, Tanner. I will say about anything. You know that. So.
Yeah, he's our athletic director here at the school, so don't say anything too embarrassing.
Oh, yeah, we got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be careful on that. So I don't want anybody getting fired because we're just pulling pranks on people. So be a lot of fun. Again, Let's Grow Pulling Monday, Labor Day, September 2nd. Tanner Michael talking Unionville, Missouri. This Friday night, Putnam County Fair. The Ken Summers talking Buckner, Missouri this Saturday, September 7th. The outlaw season's winding down. We got 3 weekends left. We got this weekend, and then that following weekend we got Bedford and Spencer. And then we got about a month off before we head down to Lufkin, Texas. So a lot of points races are wrapping up here these next couple weeks. Hey, I got to see Whitworth, Tanner, take home the Grand National Championship there Saturday night up in Canton, Ohio. That was pretty. I know aren't they from Unionville?
Yeah, they're from Putnam County, and so yeah, they
okay.
Everybody's pretty proud of them guys. I know it's been a long summer, being from Missouri, a lot of them hooks are out east and stuff, so they've pretty well been on the road all summer, and hats off to them for having the dedication. I know they've had some engine trouble and some breakage, carnage, but I think that just goes with some of that territory in the light super. So, but man, that's just dedication. Hopefully they'll have both of them here as well at Unionville, I'm hoping.
So Riley Wood says, we love you, Tanner. I'm guessing they're also sitting outside the trailer, right?
They are. Yep. They are. Yeah.
And then Calvin says, that's my president. So Summers, you need to get some people start saying some good things about you. This is going to be the Tanner Michael podcast tonight.
I don't have friends.
I pay him pretty well to do this.
Well, won't Trish come on and say something nice about you? So
she's over here baking bread. I'm just watching her cook up some more sourdough.
That's good.
Yeah.
Charles Thomas says, hello all from Adair County, Kirksville, Missouri. Hope you all have a great season. Calvin says, track looks good already. Going to be a great show. And then Andrew Sprott, two-wheel drive truck puller, looking forward to Unionville again. Good to hear. I like to see that. So we go 2 tracks, both places, Unionville and Buckner. We got 4-1s, Pro Stocks. That's the 5.0 Pro Stocks fans, light supers, 3.0 diesel pickups, 2-wheel drive pickups, modifieds, light pros, and 4-wheel drive mod pickups Friday night in Unionville. And then Saturday night, we're going to head over to Buckner. And we got 2 tracks over there. One track's going to feature the Outlaw truck and tractor pulling, 2-wheelers, 4-wheel drive trucks, 540 light pros, 4.1 limited pros, light super stock tractors, mods, pro stocks, and semis. And then on the other track will be MSTPA, which is Missouri State Tractor Pulling Association, hot stock, light pro fields, light supers, 95 pro field tractors, light mods, 2.6 diesel trucks, and pro stocks gas truck. Ken, that's kind of been your jam, right? The last couple of years, 1 track Outlaws, 1 track MSTPA.
Yeah, and it's worked out really good. It's everybody from our outlaw family. We got a lot of friends over at Missouri State. Get everybody to come and have a good time, and it commingles really well. Everybody works and helps each other out.
No, I think the common fan thinks that there's so much rivalry between associations, and there is to a point with certain people. But I think if you took the majority of people, like we all just want to go truck and tractor pulling, it's not like any of us are going chasing $10,000 to win. We just want to go have fun and get some fuel money paid for, right?
Right.
And it's fun. And it's fun to see you do different things like this, Ken. And in the past, I know Tanner's done different things in Unionville as well. Like we used to go down for Badger State. But, like with Badger State, they just don't want to travel that hard. and that they'll be honest, they want to get home every single night, and that's all part of it. So,
yep. Pro polling too, but it just got to where we couldn't afford to pay everybody's fees and everything, so we just kind of two organizations, and but it's going to be a great show. It'll be a lot of iron there. We're going to have to start early and hump it to get done at a decent time.
Yep. And Ron is announcing. He'll be announcing both venues for sure. And you have another. Ken, do you have another announcer with Ron?
Yeah, Caden works with MSTPA. He does a great job with MSTPA, so they'll be working together. And
if anybody has any questions for Tanner for Unionville Friday night or for Ken Summers for Buckner on Saturday night, please just let us know. Throw it in the comments there, and we'll get that put up there for you.
I talked to the Roberts boys, confirmed it today. We're going to start with the semis again. Those guys always have to go last, it seems like. So we're going to start out again with the semis with the Outlaws, and they don't really care about the track. They'll get our track up in good shape after them guys go. And
yeah, they'll definitely build a road. They'll get it packed down for you. So
yeah, and then we'll start with the hot stocks on the Missouri State side, and we're probably going to do a little bit of ahead of time. We've got a couple guys that are wanting to pull a couple of great big farm tractors. We may let them track groom a little bit too.
Hey, Tanner, is their light pro, the Gopher, is it going to be up and going again?
It is. Yeah, they went to Mexico there Saturday to let Connie get a run on it, and she, from what I saw in the video and what I heard, she did an excellent job. She's able to handle it very, very well. So yeah, they'll be here at Unionville for their hometown pull for sure. Jerry's been pretty well with me on and off all day today, and you know how Jerry is getting close to his hometown pull. He's getting pretty excited. So
oh yeah, nobody messed around with Jerry on that. I'm referring to the Gopher, the first component light pro stock in the world as far as I'm concerned. And I got to see it in Mendon, Illinois. I was down there announcing for the Rough Corns. I don't remember what day it was, guys. This summer has been nuts, but it was a Sunday, Monday, and but it was fun. It was fun to see Jerry and Connie again. Ernie was driving it down there. That was their first pass on it. But I know they brought it up to Wisconsin as well. I think they hooked it in Highland a couple Saturdays ago, and I know they've been bouncing around. So it's been fun.
Yeah. So that's a pretty fun. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty fun class for us. The class we never have had at Unionville is the modified pickups, and I've always heard that four-wheel drive pickup got started in Putnam County. Now, this has been 40 years ago when four-wheel drive pickups just come out. So probably for the last 6-7 years, I've had people, when are we getting four-wheel drive pickups? When are we getting four-wheel drive pickups? And so the opportunity came up this year. Our sponsors came in, Big Force sponsored sponsored that class. So we're really looking forward to that class as well. So we got a couple new ones we're looking forward to.
With both of your venues, I've been to both of them. The crowds that you guys get they're huge. And that's credit to you, because this time of year is tough. There's football games. We're back to school. It's tough to promote a pull this time of year, guys. So kudos to you for doing it. It's nice because a lot of time you catch a little cooler weather. I know, Ken, we got rained out a couple years ago, but for the most part, it's been pretty awesome for you guys.
Yeah, it's a good time to have it as long as we get it scheduled in between us. We've been having it down here long enough that everybody kind of works around it a little bit. Works great.
And we got some tight point races for both of you guys. Buffalo Chips has a 3-point lead over Donald Nelson, and then about 13-point leap over Donald Nelson's other truck. So they're still going to be battling out in the 2-wheel drives. 4-wheel drives, Backdraft, Ryan Thornton's got a pretty good lead over the other Thornton truck, and then Stroker Ace. They're from Herman, Missouri. How far is that away from you guys, Herman, the Ritters?
It'll be closer to Ken. I mean, it's down there a ways by Washington, Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2.5 or so probably here. So. And
then Tanner, you have the 3-0s Friday night, right?
Yep. So we've had them for the last couple of years. Cole Alley, he got into truck pulling there a couple of years ago. He's one of the major sponsors there at the Putnam County Fair, and so we brought them on. And people just love diesel pickups. I mean, they're relatable. Every 16, 17-year-old kid wants one to be their daily driver. So.
Yep. Yeah, Megatron's got a 1-point lead over last year's champ, Legal Limits. And then Ryan Stahl's only 10 back, so he's still got a chance. So that's good to see there. Got 540s. Rackham's got a 1-point lead over Narragansett on that. Constant Chaos is only 1 point back as well, so that's tight there. I know Shag Nasty, they did the big boom hole in the side of the block thing, right?
What I heard, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard too, so that sucks. Light Supers, we got Green Lightning, Frank Bojaboy in the lead. We had some really pretty good light supers at both of your polls last year, if I remember correctly. Or is that 2 years ago? It's all kind of blends together.
We had about a dozen there at Unionville. He was from Illinois, Nebraska, Iowa. We had several of them come in. So that was probably the funnest class to watch in Unionville last year, because they were all set on kill, it seemed like, and they were going 350 some feet, and it was pretty neat to watch.
Yeah, they get fun. Ken, for those MSTPA classes, are there any like local pullers, Ken, that this is kind of their hometown pull for Buckner? Because I know that this is you're in Sydney's, but what other pullers that this is kind of their hometown pull?
It's pretty close to a lot of them. The Triers, they're down there at Lexington, so that's just 20 miles. They got a couple of the light supers, and then Brad Summers, he's 45 minutes, but his tractor's broke. But there is a handful, or more than a handful, but there's just a lot of guys that are within an hour here, so.
And for you, Tanner, it's obviously you, and then Mullinexes, and then like Whitworth can come out. Who else is kind of close to you? So you mentioned Cole Alley.
Yep. Yeah, and Robinson, the Rockin' R team, they pull in that light limited super. We're not able to have them this year because they were booked in Nashville, but it's always been kind of their hometown pull, and they're chasing points. So good luck to them down there. Kind of wraps their season up, I think, as well. So
in the light limited class.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. I'm trying to, I think, two old. And the mods, we had the mods last year, right, guys, at both places, if I remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They really do. We took them to Washington, Missouri, and that's the first time the Outlaws have been back there, I think, in a long time, or maybe, Tanner, you might know better than me. But, Diesel, and all of a sudden the mods came out, and that place went freaking crazy. Ulmer sent one down there with those 3 Chevys, just hauling the mail about 35 mile an hour, and everybody just went nuts. It was kind of cool. So
that's about like what happened. That's about like what happened the first time they came to Unionville too.
Yeah. It's not every day you see the multi-engine modifieds like that. It makes it fun. So
Gage Ott, he sent me a message today. I think he's going to throw his tractor in with a 4-1 to come down to Buckner. It'd be good to get him down here.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably be on with Dream On, Brian Deck. Doesn't he drive Brian Deck's tractor?
He does, yeah. Yep.
Tanner, where's your new tractor at?
So it's still sitting in the same spot. Of course, we burned a piston last year at our pull, and we unloaded it. And you know what? It's still sitting in the same spot as it was when we unloaded it. So it's just parts getting ordered and waiting on parts, and like I said last week, I thought it was going to be maybe an easy switch to the 5.0 class, but no, it's going to be from one end to the other. We're going to have to beef things up, speed the transmission up, and that's not even talking about engine work. So it's not an easy switch, but we're really looking forward to it.
No, it's been a great class. It's really starting to take off nationwide. The Outlaws have had it for quite a while now. I don't remember how many years, but it sure is taking off nationwide now. I think we're starting to see. We've even seen some big pro stock tractors, if you will, put the 5.0s on, like Couches and some of them. I saw them in Washington. It was fun to watch them compete. We ran the ITPA and the Outlaw 5.0s together. Like we ran the ITPA and then the Outlaw, but kind of the same. We could see the distance, how they all stacked up. I think there's maybe some different fuel rules in that one, Tanner. And maybe, and they weigh one of them, there's a 200-pound weight difference too. I don't remember which was which, but
they're not intercooled, are they? I mean,
no, I don't think any of the 5.0s are. I think it was just fuel and maybe a couple 100 pounds, but it was just fun to see them run together like that. I like it when associations have similar rules. They can be bouncing around a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's fun to do.
Yeah, that looks like a really fun class. That's why Dad and I decided to go that route. I mean, the 4.1's, still probably the funnest class as far as, Ken could probably name more people that, are just good people in that class. It's fun to run with them guys. But we decided to go this route. We'll probably regret it, but we're going to try anyway.
Hey, you can always come back.
Yeah, that's right.
when they put components in the limited pro summers.
What's that?
He's going to have a component chassis summers. He's leaving you forever, Ken. So.
Well, they say that it's not going to change, but it might one of these days. Who knows?
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Sure it will. Again, Tanner Michael, promoter there in Unionville, or one of the promoters there. I don't want to take anything away from Jerry Mullenix. I know he's sleeping right now anyway. He goes to bed about 6, gets up about 4 a.m., takes a couple naps. Jerry's a friend of mine, everybody. Freaking relax. We pick on each other all the time. Ken Summers, promoter, Buckner, Missouri. This Saturday, we got we got to come up with a cool name, Ken and Tanner, for you guys. The Putt Buckner. Ooh, I'm going to say this wrong. I'll get in trouble. The Buck.
Yeah.
The Buck.
You keep naming them. We'll shake our head, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that way we don't get in trouble.
Like next year, we'll make some kind of sweep between the two poles or something, where it's always a Friday and a Saturday, So.
Yeah, and then we'll get a little sweet money, just kind of get combined distance, like a weekend winner for the poll. I bet maybe Hope Ganix will jump in on something like that. So we'll see. We'll get Stone going on that Summers.
Yeah, we'll get him on it.
Get him on it. Sponsors wise, Tanner, I know you mentioned a couple, but who are some people that you want to thank tonight?
Well, probably first of all, I want to thank Jerry and Connie, and then my dad. They're dad's kind of the track guru. I mean, every time guys, step foot on the Putnam County Fairgrounds and look at the track, they're like, damn, it's going to be a hell of a track. And, he puts a lot of work and dedication into it. But, there's several people that have equipment up here that sponsor our fair. I mean, we have, I think, 80 or 90 sponsors for our fair. So I'm not going to name them. But just a lot of people that, get their hands dirty the week of and really want to help, and the track crew and too many people to name, but we've got a lot of people that help out this pool.
That's awesome. And Tanner's at the fairgrounds right now. That's how committed he is. 5 days before the poll, he's already there. Yeah. And Ken, your poll site's about 2 miles from your house, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's pretty close to that. Yeah.
When did you start up the Buckner Truck and Tractor Poll, Ken? What year?
What year was it, Trish? We started. I think this is our 12th year. I think. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we had it. Yeah, this would be our 13th year. We had it. Me and Jim was picking corn one time, and it was October. We're like, man, we ain't done a tractor pull, so we just threw together a tractor pull in town in our cornfield, and then we moved it out to the Sibley Orchard the next year.
You had it in your cornfield?
Yeah, down there in Buckner, right in town, across from the fire station.
Awesome. I love you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tanner, did we miss anything that you want to talk about tonight, buddy?
No. Our poll starts at 6 o'clock. If you guys are wanting to come, we've switched around some parking. So if you haven't been here in a couple of years, please use what we call the west gate, because the north gate will be closed. That's all for puller parking, where general parking used to be. It's a lot more flatter, but where you guys general public will park is really close to the track as well. So, get there a little early if you can, especially if you're bringing a lawn chair. That's prime real estate that gets swept up pretty quick by the locals. So, but we have big grandstands now. I mean, not a bad seat in the house. So,
good deal. Well, Tanner, I'll let you get going back to your people outside. Thanks for coming on tonight, buddy.
Hey, Jason, thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate this live stream stuff, and I try to watch it as much as I can. I think it's a good way to promote pulls. And hats off to you guys at Beer Money.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Night, Tanner. Tanner is being nice to me, Ken. I owe him $20. Don't you think so?
Yeah, or more.
Or more. I'll see what I can do next time I see him. So,
yeah.
I heard Journey barking in the background right away when you came on. It made me laugh. I was like, yep, Ken's home. So it's all good.
It's her world. We just live in it.
Sydney Summers. Can I get your autograph, Ken Summers? So,
yeah.
Yeah, hey, you will when he pays for that wedding, Sydney. He's going to sign the check. So
her tractor's still dirty. She needs to get over here and get cleaned up.
she's back at school, right?
She's home. She comes home on the weekends. They
Okay.
came last night, did a bunch of stuff here today. Then she's got to go back. She leaves early in the morning, and yeah.
Sydney thinks that's funny. She thinks that's funny, Ken, that we said that. So
yeah.
Buckner, who do we want to thank? Ken, I saw you had a post. Somebody donated a box scraper. What do we need to thank there?
Yeah, Lane and Braxton from up. Oh, let me grab their card here real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep. There's Ken Summers' dining room, everybody. I've sat right there at that table and drank Crown Royal and had steaks like at 2 a.m. So Ken Summers, if you're ever looking for a place to stay on your way home from Texas, just call my buddy Ken. So
yeah, farming don't ever work out. We have some pretty good food around here, So so they call it P&B Equipment and equipment sales at Craig, Nebraska. They send us this really cool box blade down that's V-shaped that you can haul butt with. I think they used one at Wisner too, and we're going to give it a really big try. So
your son-in-law said P&B Equipment Sales.
That's it. He's a lot younger than me. He can remember without having to look it up.
Yeah, he's still got to prove himself to you, so he's sucking up. I like that. You keep trying, Blake.
Yeah,
you're on the 20-year plan, buddy. You're on the 20-year plan.
So we've got it hooked on Blake's tractor on his 7220. We're going to use it to keep the track smoothed up and see how it works out. I think it's going to be great. And the local MFA, they furnish the water truck, but on top of that, this year they've wrote a really nice check to help support us. DeKalb Asgrow through Tim Mershon's dealership here at Buckner. They're a huge sponsor of ours. Tim and his wife Nikki do a lot to help the tractor pull. They Jason Holmberg from AAA Disposal. He's the other guy that's behind the scenes on the Buckner tractor pull. And then there's a lot of guys here that just jump in and help. A lot of organizations. We have some football teams, and not sure who's all lined up to help this year, but we always give a lot back to all those kids that come out and help. It's a good fundraiser for them. And the Will Pave, we don't want to forget them. He's up here in Sugar Creek. He's the one that come out and poured the concrete pad for us last year to keep the scales on. It's really nice. There's a lot of big sponsors too. Stein, they jumped in and did the sled sponsor. I don't know. I don't have the list in front of me. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people, but there's everybody around just jumps in and helps. We couldn't do it without everybody helping, And,
I just love how close you are to Kansas City, but it's still rural. Like you literally you're like 4 minutes from like a Walgreens at your house, but it's crazy getting out to your house.
Yeah, we can be downtown KC if there's no traffic in 30 minutes, 35. But yeah, we're kind of urban farmers out here. The farther east you go, the more rural it gets. But it was pretty handy. The girls, when they were both here with Trish, they could be at the mall in 12 minutes. So.
Yep. Bodiat says thinking about bringing an Allison down. I hope they do. That would be cool.
Yeah, we're ready for you. It'll be cool.
That would be great if they do that.
We're kind of
so fun to watch.
Thursday, we're going to watch and see you there. But if it doesn't look like there's much of a chance of rain, we're going to really get the track watered in and maybe have a little better track we did last year. It wasn't a terrible track last year, but it wasn't our typical Buckner power tracks. But we'll have a good power track this year.
Well, weather can really affect it, Ken. You know that. So.
Oh yeah. I think we've come up with some more permanent bleachers, some big ones that'll help out. If you're going to come, you need to come early because we fill up. You need to mark your spot, And
I've been to a couple polls, Ken, in the last couple weekends. I've seen people came in with caution tape and marked off spots. I saw that in Madison, South Dakota, and I saw it in Ohio this past weekend too. So
we'll have people come to put blankets or their little bleacher chairs on, you know, and it's really cool to have that much support from everybody wanting to come and watch. You know, that somebody sent me a message on Facebook that's coming from Maryland that sold their pulling vehicle to Alan Letterman, I think. So they're coming all the way from Maryland to come and watch. And
that's awesome.
And then Donnie Reeve, he's on his way here now. And I think
they were in Nevada, right?
Yeah, and I think I saw that their camp spot for tonight's in Wyoming somewhere. So knowing Donnie, he'll be up at like midnight and probably be knocking on our door about the time I'm getting up in the morning, you know.
So is he going to head over to Unionville Friday night then too, or is he just going to do Buckner?
I'm not sure. I know he talked about it, so I don't know. We'll get him here to see what his plan is. They got a Airbnb rented out here at Sibley, and I went and checked it out for him. It's a really nice one. I think he's bringing like half of California with him, as big as what this house is. So
yeah, he did that at the Pullers Championship too. That was fun. So.
Yeah. He's been wanting to see Harvest. Well, we started Harvest last week, so we'll get him in a grain cart and get him the whole woe down.
That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. Well, good. As long as the weather looks good, Ken, I mean, you know, that's half the battle as being a promoter. You guys do a good job. Everybody knows about your event. So I'm looking forward to you having a badass event this weekend. So
yeah, should be good. I think we're going to have Robert thought there'd be the normal trucks, and I talked to Zimmerman's down at Versailles, and they'd been to a truck race somewhere and wasted a couple transmission, but Ed was going to work on the boys maybe about at least getting another truck or two here. And hopefully we'll get one of them cool Allisons from the north down here, it sounds like maybe. And
I'm proud of Bodie. I'm proud of Bodie for leaving Nebraska. I'm proud of him for doing that. So
yeah,
he picks on me all the time about having a Tesla, so I'm going to pick on him a little bit about never leaving Nebraska. So
I'd take the Allison over the Tesla any day.
Oh, I would too. Without a doubt.
Yeah,
that's way cooler. I would say number wise, trying to look. Your 4-1 class is going to be big. I'm guessing you're probably up for the outlaw side of it.
Yeah,
Missouri.
We've got some people even outside the outlaw organization are going to come, so that'll be cool.
No, I mean you and Trish and Sid and Blake and the family and Journey do a good job of going around, and you know everybody loves it when you guys show up, and this is your chance to say, hey, why don't you come on down, you know, to Buckner? It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we would like to be in the points race somewhere, you know, but it's way more fun just to go where you want to and see everybody, you know. So we love going to places we've never been before.
I love, and we, for those of you wondering, we are going to live stream both tracks. Okay, we got on Outlaw Pulling TV. So for your MSTPA fans, you're going to see both. Give it both the attention they deserve. So I'm excited for that. And I really like how you do this, Ken, mixing a couple associations together. For the fan, I think it's a home run. You get to see a little bit of everything. So
yeah, you know, they did that at Warrensburg this year with Missouri State, and Shackelford's down there did that. It's so much fun because, I mean, we started out with the brush pullers, and then we pulled with Missouri State. And we got friends with all of them, you know. We miss hanging out with all those guys, and if you can pull at the same one, it's cool. You get to see everybody.
100%. 100%. So that's cool that Donnie's coming out. I figured he was. By the way, he's been commenting on stuff, and that's neat. They have so much fun.
I don't know how many trucks he's got crammed in the trailer. I don't know. He could bring 4, I think, maybe. You know,
I think they have 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not sure. I saw they had when they had the camp set, him and Lori there, and a couple looked like the RV was there and the pulling rig. So we'll see.
Yeah, they bring some cool stuff. I want to go blow smoke in California, and I don't know. We might try to make that happen sometime. He said he might send I was like, man, I don't know about driving my old truck out there. And Donnie's like, well, I'll just send something to get it if you really want to come. So.
No, if our supers are alive, they have their Golden State Invitational out there November 8th and 9th.
Yeah.
And we're maybe talk Doug into doing that just go out and make a couple exhibition passes with it. I think that'd be fun. So
Yeah, I think it would be awesome. Yeah.
Donnie Reeve is watching, so we got to be nice now. Only him this trip. So only him.
I don't think I've ever said anything bad about Donnie. So
no, I picked on him. I picked on him last week because the one truck that his grandson's driving, just kicking everybody's ass in, Donnie had a hard time driving it. So it was funny. I had Brian Massetti on from MLM Motorsports. I'm like, isn't that the truck that Donnie was always having a hard time driving? And Garrett jumps in it, just freaking wins every hook. So it's been fun. So
yeah, he's flying Garrett in here Saturday. I don't forget what time his flight comes in, but he wanted to know how far away the airport was, and so the pro driver will be here. So
the pro will good.
Yeah.
Good. I like that. No, Donnie's awesome for pulling. Makes a lot of fun. And it's been good to get to know all the California guys through MLM Motorsports, Ken. I've really enjoyed that. Met a lot of good humans, as you like to say. A lot of good people.
Yeah. Pretty cool with Donnie and his grandson to see a young man like that that's energetic and ready to go pulling, So
yep, he's very, very fortunate to have the grandpa he does. So yep, I like it. What else do you want to talk about, Ken, tonight for Buckner this Saturday, buddy?
Pull starts at 6. We'll have hopefully we're going to get that little exhibition deal put together ahead of the pull. We'll want to get started right at 6 sharp with all the iron that we got there. We'll have the first tractor out there and ready to go, and we'll have a meal for the pullers and big sponsors right there, like we always do. Nutrient Ag's going to sponsor that this year. We're going to have a big old fish fry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then there'll be the big tent over there that'll have the normal concession foods for the spectators over there. I think we'll have the big, I think there's that rotator is going to come to sling the weights again. That's always cool to have somebody sitting there at the end. Any of our parking for the pits for all the pullers gets pretty tight, so we'll ask everybody to park as close together as you can, and not any extra vehicles to come in the pits, because we will fill up in the pits and we'll have to use the overflow over the west side. But still, if you got to park across the street, it's still pretty close to the track.
Yeah. No, but that's a good sign. You got a lot of vehicles there. You know what I mean? That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm proud of your internet at your house. Did you get better internet at your house since the last time we did a live like this, Ken? You're not all blinking out.
It just depends on the day,
Okay.
Yeah. We're in the old T-Mobile. They run a new cable deal out front, and they want us to hook up, but they really screwed up the yard. I told them I wasn't going to hook up to anything until they fixed what they messed up.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, but I think we're really looking forward to it. The Outlaw's coming with the big TV, and your Outlaw TV, and just makes it really cool, and great to share it with MSTPA that way.
Yeah, it gives them a bigger spotlight as well, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, Mr. Summers, you have a great night, buddy.
You too, Jason. Appreciate you. Wish you was coming.
Yeah, I always screw this up, and I always say yes to somebody else, so I got to write it down on my calendar way ahead of time. So it's on me. So.
Yeah, that's all right. We're gonna send you all kinds of pictures and pictures of Trisha's good bread that she's made, and probably some Crown Royal drinks, and you're gonna have the worst case of FOMO you've ever had in your life.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So.
Yeah, if it's nice, we'll probably have an after party the next day over here at the pool, and show you.
Well, send me some pictures of Ron again in your pool. That always makes me happy. So.
Oh,
I love it. Thanks, Ken.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yep. See you, bud. Ken Summers, everybody, from Buckner, Missouri, doing what he does best. He's a great friend of mine, an awesome promoter. So Buckner, Missouri, this Saturday, September 7th, 6 p.m. Again, 2 tracks, fans. We got MSTPA on one, and the Outlaws. And I love how Ken does that, mixes it up with everybody. Sydney will be back to drive Colorblind. So exciting for there. We had Tanner Michael on earlier as well. We talked about Unionville, Missouri. That's coming up this Friday night. Had them both on at the same time. So the Outlaw Pullers can go to Unionville on Friday night and then they'll make their way over to see Ken on Saturday. And Lumberton, North Carolina is this Friday and Saturday as well, Region 4. And then Nashville, Illinois is having their event. Brad does what Brad does. He's throwing some extra money at some of those classes. And there's his poster on there as well. So it was a fun night. Thanks for joining. Mike had some family stuff pop up. And Kenzie and I were in Ohio this last weekend with Full Pull Live. And then we went to the drag races in Indy yesterday. So we decided to, she took the night off. And I'm running solo tonight. So hopefully I didn't screw it up too bad and Mackenzie won't fire me. So Summers, you hang out a little bit. I want to talk to you afterwards. So just sit tight. I got him back in the green room. So thanks for watching. I'm going to share a couple of our videos from tonight. But pulling season isn't done, fans. Go support these promoters. I know it's tough for this time of year. But there's a lot of good events going out there, and they deserve some love as well. So thanks for watching. I'm going to play some of our videos of upcoming polls, and you have a good night.
Thank you.